Yo, what up, YouTube? It's Ra. Let me out you real quick. Don't be afraid to try. Don't be afraid to put yourself first and put in that work. Understand that you are in the best space for you to be in right now because there's no eyes on you and you starting from ground zero. There's nobody looking at you right now. So you shouldn't be afraid to fail because that's part of the learning process. As of right now, while you're embarking on your journey, where you're starting on your journey, you have nothing to lose. So you shouldn't be afraid to try. You shouldn't be afraid to put in that work. No one's looking at you. And even if they are, at least you trying to do something. At least you trying to better yourself. You literally have nothing to lose because you haven't done anything yet. So you shouldn't be putting all that unnecessary pressure on yourself because it's your first time doing it. It's your first time trying to learn and pivot, and you're going to make mistakes. You're going to fall short. You're going to scrape your knee, but that's okay. Because like I said, you got nothing to lose. So a lot of times we're afraid to embark on our journey. We're afraid to put in work. We're afraid to start something new or, change our scenery or go out there and try something new because we're afraid that we're going to lose. We're afraid that we're going to fail. But like I said, you got nothing to lose right now because you haven't done nothing yet. Which, like I said, even if that sounds scary, it's actually a good thing because if you lose, if you fail, you really didn't lose anything. All you've done is gain experience. Instead of, you're not losing progress, you're gaining progress. You have to change your mindset of what a win and a loss is. Because you win, good. You lose, even though it don't feel good, it's all part of the process. Even if you lose, it's not necessarily a bad thing. Yeah, it don't feel good to lose. Nobody wants to lose. But it's not a bad thing either because you're gaining that experience. You learn something. If you don't try at all, you just stay stagnant, you stay mediocre. And put it to you like this, being mediocre is worse than being a loser because at least the loser attempted. So yeah, you lost. Okay, put it to you like this, you went to the Grammys, you got nominated for a Grammy and you lost. You were nominated for a Grammy though, you made it. Think about it like this, would you rather, okay, everyone knows your name now, you went up against all these artists and you lost. Okay, you went up against the best artist and you lost. That's still a badge of honor because a lot of people don't even make it that far. Would you rather be that or never put out an album at all, never put out any music, don't try, and no one ever knows your name? Somebody, you make it to the big game, you make it to the World Series, Super Bowl, and you lose. Hey, you went through all those teams. That team went through all those teams and won and made it to the big game. Yeah, they lost, but they made it to the big game. You don't make it to the big game if you're not talented. And there's always the next season and the season after that. So understand that as long as you're still breathing, there's a fighting chance. So put it to you like this. You have nothing to lose. You literally have nothing. There's nothing holding you back. The only person that can stop you is you at this point. So you shouldn't be afraid to lose. You shouldn't be afraid to fail. Because who are you failing? The only person you could fail is yourself if you don't try. The only person you're failing is yourself if you don't attempt. Like I said, it's better to be a loser than to be mediocre and to fade into obscurity. Because like I said, the team that lost in the Super Bowl, they tried. They didn't quit. They just lost. Somebody got to lose. Someone has to tap. Someone has to submit. And like I said, they got next season to prepare and get back out there. The greats, they lost. All the greats, any great you could think of, they've lost before. But did they quit? No. Your favorite artist, athlete, whoever has had missteps. Your favorite artist has put out an album that didn't do well, or didn't chart well, or didn't win an award. Maybe it completely flopped. But they're still your favorite artist, though. You still like that artist, even though you didn't like that album. You still listen to them. And you're going to listen to their next one. So understand this, that could be you. That could be you. If you don't, who will? No one's going to hold your hand. No one's going to guide you. You have to find a light at the end of the tunnel. You have to have hope. You have to have aspirations. You have to have dreams. Understand that hope is finding light within the darkness. Even when it's darkness, even if it's pitch black and you can't see, you still have hope. You still have something that you strive for, something that you want to grind for. So understand that don't be afraid. You got nothing to lose right now. Nothing's holding you back. And don't expect for everything to work out when you just started. It's okay to be afraid. It's okay to not know what's gonna happen, not know what the outlook might be. That's okay. That's a given. That's a given. But understand that even if you did have something to lose, if people really love you and they really respect you, even if you have shortcomings, even if you have setbacks, if they're really for you, they won't leave you when you lose. You know, there's teams, your favorite team, they haven't won in years, that you still rock the jersey. So understand that if people leave you just because you lost, just because you had a misstep, just because you had a lack of judgment, you don't want those people in your corner anyways. You know? Does the coach leave the team? No, the coach don't leave the team. He keep coaching. You know what I'm saying? They don't have one bad game. He like, oh, I'm quitting on y'all. I'm quitting the team. No. He's sticking with the team because he believe and the team believe. They should anyways. So understand that, like I said, you got nothing to lose right now. Because you, like I said, you a rook. You just starting out. Myself included. I'm a rook too. I'm a rook. I'm a rookie. I'm in my rookie season right now. And that's okay. We learning together. You know? I don't have all the answers. But like I said, when you lose, even if you don't know what to do, now you know what not to do. You wouldn't know that if you don't attempt. You wouldn't know that. You wouldn't know that. How do you gain experience how do you gain knowledge without having the experience? You know? When you picked up the controller to play the game for the first time, maybe your favorite game, whatever it was, think about your favorite game. You didn't know what you was doing. You was getting beat. You was getting whooped on. You know what I'm saying? You had to learn the controls, learn the combos, all that. But you kept playing. Now you're good at the game. Let's apply it to real life, y'all. Let's apply it to real life. You know? Apply that to yourself. Understand that we apply things to everything else except for ourselves. We need to pour into ourselves instead of pouring into other things that don't matter. That's what we need to do. We need to start pouring into ourselves instead of things that don't matter. So right now, you got nothing to lose. Nothing's holding you back. Remember, you go to bed with you and you wake up with you. So understand that, like I said, even if it's a loss, it's not necessarily bad because now you got experience. Now you learned. You know? So understand, don't give up on yourself. Don't sell yourself short. Don't have a low sense of self-worth just because things didn't go the way you want them to. Sometimes the loss is necessary to teach you something, and you will find another opportunity. So keep going. Like I said, you got nothing to lose. Keep going. And that's going to light a fire inside of you because there's nothing holding you back. So you can give it 110% into going for the goal and crossing that finish line. And then, my friend, everything will work out for you and everything will fall into place. But hey, it's Rye. Like, comment, subscribe. I love you, family. We're growing family. Keep going. Don't give up on yourself. You come this far. Don't give up now when you're right in the middle. You got this, homie. It's already yours.